I'm Captain Steve, and this is the Barnelfish Express. At the end of my last video, I did say I was going to try and wrap up some of my final thoughts in a second video. I don't want to get too deep into this. Um, as of wrapping up the last video, I did hear that a second shooting had happened. Um, CBS Evening News, they have an account, basically reads like a Venezuelan migrant that they were detaining at a traffic stop. They were chased around with shovels and brooms. One of them was shot in the leg in self defense. And then, of course, there's Facebook videos and everything kind of contradicting that claim. But to be honest, I really don't want to get into that. I kind of didn't want to get into politics anyways on this channel. I had a funny idea for zebras farting Christmas carols. And I haven't even started on that. Good thing is, I am now way far behind. I've got all year to knock that one out. So, you know, maybe keep an eye out for that. I don't know if you can tell by the cadence of my voice in this video or from the last one, but I am much calmer than I was in the last video. I've got some nice murder porn playing in the background. Really don't know if you can hear it or not. Always good stuff. But really just wanted to kind of wrap up my thoughts on this. When I was making the last video and watching it, it really, really looked like the guy was leaning over the hood to actually get a shot in her face through the window. Yeah, I am pretty sure everybody has seen the original video of this. I slowed this down a lot, added some arrows to point out some things that I noticed when I watched it the first time, and let's watch. Of course, you can see Officer Jonathan Ross. He's standing in front of the car. He has his phone out in his left hand. The car is backing up. Wheels turn to the left. And of course, now you can see the wheels are starting to turn to the right as she's backing up. Officer Jonathan Ross is still standing in front of the car with his cell phone out. Tires now starting to turn to the right and spinning forward, so she's in drive. Officer Ross is unholstering his gun with his right hand. You can also see him stepping to the right out of the way of the vehicle as he unholsters, but his gun's unholstered. He is aiming it now. The wheels are continuing to turn to the right as she is driving forward. Yes, I know everybody was going to say she is evading. Yeah, she is evading. And if he would have stepped to the side, they could have arrested her and she'd be on trial for it at some point. Continuing to step to the right as the vehicle continues to move to the right. And of course, I realize now that I keep saying the right, the right, the left. That is his right, his left, car left. You can see the gun coming up over the fender. So it looks like he is leaning over. Yeah. The green line, I drew that parallel to the side of the gun best as I can see, just to illustrate the fact that it is rotated to the side. And then, of course, I drew a red line through roughly the barrel of the gun parallel to the top of it. And it more or less matches with the hole in the windshield from the first shot. And she continues to pull forward and to the right. At this point, it looks like Officer Ross has made contact with the fender as the momentum is pushing him on the ice. Oh, and then there's the first shot right through the driver's side window. Everybody's seen that one. I also didn't realize how slippery these roads were because they both almost eat it here as the car drives away. I mean, I've never been shot before, but I would imagine my foot would probably mash the pedal in either panic or just dead weight. And he regains his footing. Gun comes back up, takes aim again. Three more shots through the driver's side window. I did read in a coroner's report that she was shot 4 times. And I guess after this, he walks it off. We've seen in previous videos, he does check out the scene, walks back, tells everybody to call 911, jumps in the, I guess it's gold or champagne SUV and takes off. There's another report saying that he did suffer some internal bleeding. Um, I can imagine that's true. Of course, a bruise is also internal bleeding. It just sounds so much worse than, he got a boo boo on his abdomen. I mean, I can see that. It also kind of makes sense to me that he was using his left hand to brace himself against the fender based on his cell phone video that they released. Okay, I think I'm going to call this one good right about here. Yeah, there's going to be a third one. Get my final thoughts. Hopefully, final. I thought this was going to be the final. Guess not. But I will say, having made this video, sitting down, clipping, editing, reading through articles, um, it has given me a different perspective on what has happened and changed my mind at least a little bit. I'll follow up with that third video, fill everybody in. And with that, I'll see you at the dock.